Should you spend more time and energy trying to be compassionate? Well, let me explain why it gets you a better life, no matter how you measure it. First, I'll tell you why compassion is so critical for us at the personal level. And that's not just about surviving, it's essential if we want to flourish. Then I'll detail the measurable benefits compassion will deliver for you. And last, I'll share a few tips on practicing compassion. To start, compassion is as important as any other emotion to our well-being. We're hardwired for it. Our babies are the most vulnerable offspring on earth, so our brains are pre-sensitized to detecting who is and who isn't at risk. We don't think this stuff, we feel it through our nervous systems. You could say it's just how we are. We are literally born to be good to each other. So much so that acts of care expressed towards others improve our own physical health and lengthen our lifespan. A great example of this is the way our brains react to pain. This might be a bit nerdy, but stick with me. If you burn your skin, the anterior cingulate region of your brain lights up. If you see someone else suffering, the same part of the brain activates, so you have the same response to someone else's pain as you do to your own. But it goes even further than that. Another ancient part of the mammalian nervous system, called the periaqueductile gray, that lights up. This region is associated with nurturing behaviour, so we don't just see and feel the suffering, we instinctively want to alleviate that by nurturing. Now, I bet you didn't know compassion was so deeply wired. So there's a reason why people often talk about the importance of being good to each other. So what happens for you when you're not compassionate? Well, I'd love to read about that in the comments. Here's a quick rundown on what science tells us compassion is doing for us. When we feel compassion, our heart rate slows and we release oxytocin. Oxytocin makes us feel really, really good. Compassion training programs, even short ones, have been shown to strengthen pleasure and reward circuits in the brain, leading to lasting increases in self-reported happiness. Compassion lowers the stress hormones in the blood and saliva and strengthens immune response, making us more resilient. Compassion meditation improves emotional stability, positive thinking, relationships, and empathy. Being compassionate can reduce the risk of heart disease by boosting the effects of the vagus nerve. Compassionate workplace cultures have been linked to less burnout, better teamwork, and increased job satisfaction. Compassionate people are more socially adept and therefore less likely to experience loneliness, which is very harmful for human beings. Elderly people who volunteered to help out in 2 or more charities were 44% less likely to die over a 5-year period than the non-volunteers, even after controlling for their age, exercise habits, general health, and negative health habits like smoking. Compassion improves overall health, well-being, and relationships. More compassionate societies, the ones that take care of the vulnerable, assist other nations, and teach kids to be kind, are amongst the happiest places on the planet. Those benefits are the tip of the iceberg, but before I jump into some ideas for practicing compassion, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. If I've earned it, if I've provided value, hit that like button and subscribe. I'm putting out regular videos designed to help you get the best out of your most valuable resource, which of course is you. Okay, let's dive into what makes you more compassionate. Good news, you are not born that way. You're not more compassionate or lacking in compassion. Compassion is a skill you can strengthen like any other. Think about the people you turn to when you're feeling stressed and bring to mind memories of them comforting you. Research indicates that doing that can fuel compassion for others based on your own positive experience of it. Try compassion meditations to cultivate compassion towards yourself and others. And if you don't know where to find them, reach out to us and we'll get some to you for free. Look for commonalities. Seeing yourself as similar to others increases compassion. One study indicated something as simple as tapping your fingers to the same rhythm with a stranger increases compassionate behaviour. So it doesn't have to be huge, but find common ground with people wherever you can. Practice mindfulness. Staying present and grounded is a great way to enable yourself to practice compassion. Know that what you do matters, however small. When we think we're capable of making a difference to someone, we're much more likely to do so than if we feel like we couldn't help. So practice random acts of kindness. Remember that research has shown compassion is contagious, so you might start a movement. Now, whether you do or you don't, you're going to make yourself much happier along the way. Teach your kids to be compassionate, and the best way to do that is to lead by example and get them to think about how they could do the same in their own way. So what's your favourite way to practice compassion? Let me know in the comments, and while you're there, like and subscribe to this channel for more practical self-help strategies.